So everywhere we look, I feel like people are at odds with one another. And no matter who you are, you're going to have some conflict in your life. Rather you're battling with somebody on Facebook over politics, or you're beefing with one of your friends, or, you have an issue with your spouse. Marriage isn't easy. People battle, right? But if you've been following me, you know that I have always preached using logic and understanding as a tool to help find common ground and to help resolve conflict. But the more I think about it, I don't know that that's always the right approach to help us find semblance with one another. Because the other day I had this revelation that no matter how much logic you use sometimes, it doesn't always work. In fact, it can actually be a detriment, especially if the person on the other side is operating off of emotion, which I find to be the case, a lot. Sometimes people are just upset about something, and it doesn't always have to make sense why. And the more sense we try to make of it, a lot of times, the more conflict that takes place. Because see, as a person, who is always caught up in philosophical thinking and logic, I've come to the realization that, logic can help you understand a lot of things, but it can't really help you understand emotion. See, logic can analyze emotion, but it can't feel it. And emotion isn't to be understood. Emotion is something that's to be felt. And in order to truly feel someone's emotion, sometimes you have to put logic away. Because see, logic seeks to make sense, but emotion lives in a world beyond what makes sense. I don't know if any of that made sense. It might even probably contradict itself a little bit, but that's me. I'm a walking contradiction, and after all, I say that real thought happens in the realm of contradiction. But that's maybe another video, another thought for another day. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're at odds with somebody, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a friend, and you're constantly trying to make sense of what they're saying, I know that can get very, very frustrating when it doesn't. And it can often, cause a conversation or a conflict to kind of go around in circles like this endless carousel. Because somebody's flying off the handle, appearing to be irrational. And you're trying so hard to be rational and to make sense of this. And it's this never-ending cycle. So what I urge everyone to do is the next time you're in conflict and somebody just, is really coming at you, instead of, trying so hard to, make sense of what they're saying, stop and just try to feel them. Just try to feel them. Because sometimes you have to feel somebody before you can really understand them. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you can fully understand what I'm trying to say right now, but I hope you feel me. And if not, well, maybe you can feel this. Salud.